Welcome back. Here we are. Season 3? No, it's not season, is it? Segment 3. So, for those of you who have jumped in here, in the previous one, we automated iron, so that's now working away perfectly. We have not automated lithium at all. My next goal is to automate the power of iron. And I was just remembering how cool the AFK camera was. I've not checked the AFK camera in FortressCraft 2. I don't know if it works. It should work. There's no reason it wouldn't. FortressCraft 2 is based very much on FortressCraft 1 and things are changing, but I've not done it yet. One thing I am remembering is I really like the fog in this game. I know people complain the fog covers stuff up. It doesn't. If you get rid of the fog, there's nothing there. The fog is to cover up the fat. That is as far as the game is drawing. Right. Not sure why we're only streaming at 30 FPS. Thanks, Steam. Let's get back into it. But iron is now technically fully automated. He says, as I see, literally 0 iron. We'll worry about that in a second. We'll carry on digging down this hole. I'll tell you one interesting thing about streaming. As I'm running my PC flat out, I'm running my stream PC flat out. I'm running it off a battery. And my goodness me, is that pulling some current. So I've limited my frame rate to 60, which helps. I'm sorry, I was just checking the battery status as I mentioned this, and it says network error. Great. How charges my battery? Your internet is down. I mean, my internet's not down. I'd have noticed. Iron ore is out of power. I know. I'm on the case. So that's door knocking things off. As I mentioned, people get annoyed with the error messages in the top right, bipping and blipping at them. They are important. I only put the error messages up for important things, I promise. None of it was, I'll say for funsies. It was all important things. So I'm going to need to dig through that because I really don't want to zigzag my power around. I can hear Dora being noisy. She's being a pain. So can I make a power thermic generator? Yeah, a little bit of... what's the other thing I needed? Sorry. Copper wire. I will need more of these. There's no way I can run the base off just what we've got. In fact, I'm quite surprised I've got away with it so far, to be honest. So with the errors in the top right, I've got 2 extractors with issues, and my most errory, and that is the name of the variable, so the one with the biggest issue is iron. Once I fix iron, it will then probably just start to warn me about the next one. It surprises me how annoyed people get with those error messages, because the game is not telling you about anything other than super important issues. You can turn off the messages on a given extractor if for some reason you don't care that it's offline. That's fine. There are situations where you might not care. But generally speaking, the vast majority of the time, you do not want your extractors offline. You just don't. Good Lord, Dora, I can hear her just being thoroughly naughty behind me. There's all sorts of noises. She's knocked stuff. She's sitting in like a middle. I've got like a pile of crap, basically, and she's sitting right there. Oops. So I put the pyrothermic generator there, and that there. I sit the coal in there. That will now power just this battery, which means that hopefully it should generate a lot more power. Oh, is that all we needed? Oh, good. That's all we needed. Yoink, yoink, yoink. So that's a little portable power setup. I'm hoping against hope. Oh, it's going to be nearly perfect. It's going to come right above the conveyor. But how far does the laser extend? It's still going. Didn't bother measuring that bit. Someone mentioned about the GPS, the top right, I have got the GPS. That is because in a previous game I charged the railgun and fired it, which puts the GPS satellite into orbit for all future games. Does require you to actually, I'll say, to do a bit of work. It requires you to do an awful lot of work, but that is unfortunately the requirement for that. So close. I can nearly automate my copper, iron, and it shouldn't be very hard to get the power down that way then. So we will go along. Which height? That height there. However, I'm only taking the battery a little way. The power, the battery even. The power even, a little way. Drop it off there. Oh, I haven't seen any camo bots. I haven't heard any. Possibly though. Did they drop anything useful? I don't remember. I've run into them in FortressCraft Phoenix, and it's quite funny because I'm like, oh, I love it. There's one of the best things about this game is where a newbie is playing it, and the pros, they spot a camo bot, and they know the guy's going to go, I don't remember that block there, and then try and dig it up. I love it. It's one of the best moments of FortressCraft, and it's always a wonderful moment on stream. Be interesting to see people streaming this game, if anybody wants to stream the game, you know, as it progresses. Our tin is going. Oh, there we go. I forgot to rotate it. Didn't get any lithium. Did we finish off any coils? Right. Good. Can we make any more? One. Yes, we really need to get that lithium sorted. There are 47 bars worth of lithium. That'll get it sorted. Oh, good. Dora's leave. So Dora basically just found a big pile of my crap and decided to sleep in it. I have just like a place where I chuck things over there. She decided that was where she wanted to be. And this won't get us all the way there, but should get us much closer. Oh, I kind of want that battery there though. So what I was going to do is run it there, but if I keep that battery there, that's actually a nice place for me to grab it on my travels. I'm going to leave that there for the moment. Up top, remember the lithium coils are being made. Oh, is Arthur not going to help me? He's got no power. Ugh, should have let him. Wait, where is Arthur? Oh, I let him on charge. Did I leave him on charge? Oh, he's around somewhere. I've got some awesome ideas for the helper robots in Phoenix. I haven't started any of them. That might be a post-launch thing. The original design for this game was that you would have a number of robots and you choose which one you want. Are you going down deep underground and you want loads of power? You'll pick the power storage bot. Are you doing stuff on the surface and the solar one? Do you want one that will defend you? You pick the ACAC one. So that was always the plan. I think we've got most of the robots done. Certainly the solar one looks cool. Where is Arthur? I mean, he's there now, but where were you? If you leave him on his dock, he will top you off as long as you're hanging around the base. Arthur is now charging. Remember, Arthur gives you the power first, so Arthur looks after you. He does have your best interests at heart. Can I make another storage hopper? Just the one. Right, we'll let those go. And 2 more lasers should get the iron hooked up. And then we get the lithium hooked up. And then at that point, I will start on research. So once you've got your tier 1 sorted. I am on the easiest difficulty. I should, in theory, be able to get quite far. I won't be able to complete the complete it. How deep is this? I want to go down 1 meter. Yes, I want to go 1 there. 1 there. I'm going to fix the paste as well, because that will get me the power core charger sorted, and then I can start with the cosmetics, because quite frankly, I like the way the cosmetics work in this game. Enough power? Yes, good. Now this will run flat because these can draw more power, so eventually that will all back up. So we are pushing down enough power that we do have a single weak link, but to overcome that weak link we need more lithium. But yeah, I'm pretty much done. There won't be much left on the run up and down here. They were nowhere near the base. I could attempt to dig up, but we don't do things by hand. But I will run power down here, because quite soon running power will be nothing. Now, someone mentioned about diagonal lasers. I have thought about it. I've thought about it a lot. I like the idea, because then you can run lasers down here, but the whole game is 100% not geared around anything other than cardinal directions. I forget what diagonals are called. I think they might be called diagonals, because you got northeast, forward, backwards, up, down, left, right, cardinal directions. But then you have northeast, northwest sort of things. I don't remember what they're called. They might just be diagonals, but they are not that they're more difficult to program or anything like that. It's just that the game's not really designed for them. I do love how they work, Andy. You did such a good job. No one ever stops to look at the machines doing their thing. So cool. So we want at least 1 green laser. I'm trying to think how many I'll need. I guess if I get 3 of those, 1 of those, and that means I can make a power core charger. I don't remember how these work. I seem to recall they were quite complicated, but as a kind of a little sort of task. Copper coil. Oh, okay. Well, that's easy then. Take it all back. So we'll need a... Kind of wish I'd spread these out, you know. Might spread these out, you know. I don't have any conveyor belts left. Can I make some more conveyor belts? I bloody hope so, because I've just torn up the... Yes, I can. Things on my to-do list quite soon absolutely include automating conveyors. I don't actually know what item it's missing, and that is a bug. It shouldn't suggest that I can build something until I know all the resources. It's supposed to be a scan requirement, so I've messed up there. Okay, so I now need a coiler. Extruder, coiler. So what I'll do is I'll pop down a logistics hopper there, and then off the logistics hopper I will put the storage hopper, so that will fill up with copper wire, and then some of them will go on to the coiler, and then the coiler, I don't need very many coils, will go into that one, and then from there we will be a power core charger, and I need some more hoppers and things. Forgot about that. Logistics hoppers require quite awkward requirements for later on. Something to think about. So I think that's all set up to work. Do I have any copper ore in my inventory? Of course I do. And that will let me build a garbage thief. A garbage thief will then let me... I can build the garbage thief. I can't run it yet because I can't make a heist. So a garbage thief pulls crap out of your inventory. So we're going to build a room here. That's the plan. Is this a good place? Maybe. I can probably make it a good place. Let's finish that texture, did we? So the garbage thief takes stuff out of your inventory if you give it power, which I don't have any power in a sensible place. And then it keeps your inventory full, and then you can turn that into paste, which I think was the original idea. I don't think we borrowed that from anybody else. It's just so good. So instead of having all the different stuff in your inventory, you just turn garbage into paste. And then when you place something, it converts it from paste to the thing. And when you pick it up, I think it might be under aesthetics. Where is it? We'll need a servo motor maker soon too. Thank you, Og Spokes. Oh, is it just, I know how to make the paste. Oh, there, construction paste grinder. I'll have 3. And a super construction paste grinder. Okay, so that's 1 of those, 2 of those, 3 super construction paste grinders. Because I own the DLC, so I get the fancy machines. I've done that a bit actually. I've given the supporters of the game a higher tier of the same machine. So it's the same machine. It's not better or worse. It's not like different behavior. It's just better. Okay, that needs to go via a hopper. It's been a while. I think if I build 1 of those there, and then 3 paste grinders, don't think they require any power. They're not currently on that. And then from there, I'll need a storage hopper. Do they need power? Don't think so. That needs power, which we will... So what I don't like doing, and I avoid wherever possible, is having a multi-part, what's the word? Power plot thing. So my whole base goes on 1 grid. And I know lots of people, they do lots and lots of separate grids. I just don't build it like that. Partly because it becomes harder to manage why a certain thing isn't working. With this, to a degree, either the whole base works or none of the base works. I will run some power to that one. And I always tend to have power here because if the base goes down, this has its own little thing of power. So I won't run a lot of power to this one, but that will now take crap out of me, drop it off here, turn it into paste, and then when I have a heist, which I can't put a heist yet, when I have a heist, it will then put paste into me. all fully automated. Why? Oh, power low. How would we want to do that? I've also seen people, but I think Factorio players, they don't like the power setup in this game because, unlike Factorio, the power system in this game is part of the game. In Factorio, you just place a machine down and anything nearby gets power. It's not part of the gameplay experience. It's just a, you ignore it really, and then later on I think you get even that becomes a nothing. So in FortressCraft, managing your power is very, very much part of the game. And organising the power and how do I build this logistics machine and have power. So Factorio is 2D. They couldn't really do power as well, whereas this game is 3D. You can go above and below for your power. Oh, that could really do with being a higher tier, couldn't it? I'll be very glad when this is automated. I mean, I could automate it mostly by going and having dinner. And by the time I came back, all of this stuff will be full up with resources. Actually, one more. Those. Cute. That's cool as well. I bet it changes colour because it doesn't know what kind it's crafting. Power storage block. Don't remember why I was building a power storage block. It'll come to me. Oh, I meant to build a laser. Oh well. Laser. 2 lasers. Because that's no longer enough power. Because that's trying to run the green one and the white one off of the white one. So you need to make sure you tier up. I mean, you can have some power from me. And I have more lithium. Wow, swimming in resources. Which does happen eventually. You have, if you're not slightly organised, you will just end up with so much resources you have no idea what you're doing. Follow me for more helpful tips. I swear that's a bug, by the way. I got 2 and 2 lithium charge coils, and I don't really understand how. Because there should have been 2 in the hopper, 1 on things. I should have got 2 and a 1. Anyway, Mark 1 power booster. Which means I can make a heist, which is under logistics. Oh, the Mark 1 power booster. I made 2 of those. So, although there are, let's call them pay-to-win machines for a moment, you do have to build a whole number of the lower tier to get access to them. You don't just get them for nothing. So a heist will put its contents into you. Which, now I say that out loud, sounds a bit weird. Lightweight machine housing. Oh man, this is really... Once that fills up, you see, then it will go down there. Only 2 lightweight machine housings. That's one of my favourites, that one, actually. I needed at least a... Oh, not tin ore. Tin bars, not tin ore. I do also want to work out at some point quite soon why this tin is a bit half-assed. I might just need a better cutter head. I don't know. Analysing and fixing bottlenecks is the nature of the game. Okay, so these glowy buggers here go there, and then you and you, and then attach that. And I love the way these attach. I haven't seen this in so many. I know that, but yeah. Click, and there it goes. It's attached, and when I go near this, it will just throw paste at me. So paste is used to automatically, automagically if you like, craft decorative blocks of some sort, or sci-fi blocks. So truss is the one I really want. Or alloyed space windows. I want to look at this because I wasn't not sure why it's called alloyed space window. But now I can build these things, and they so you can see in the bottom right I've got 98 paste. Oh, not good if I'm not in range. Oh, I'm being attacked. I don't care. It's very important to know. I wasn't planning on worrying about it for a while. It's probably worth having a minimal defense, because this is the thing that I think I did a very bad job of explaining to people. I don't even know how to fire the laser gun. I have to get it, don't I? The reason you want to beat the mobs is simple. It's because you want the stuff they drop, because they really drop good stuff. Like really, 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 you want the stuff they want. Turret. I'm not worried about being attacked though. I'm not worried about losing, but I would like the resources they drop. And initially, all you have to do is that. Like, just pop down a turret. Do you know how many people have told me that what I just did doesn't work, by the way? I just implemented it in FortressCraft Phoenix, and I was like, oh, it seems to be alright. But it absolutely works. But yeah, I shouldn't lose again. I do also need to worry at some point fairly soon about my Minox. None infested. Good. Again, amazed how many people skip past that dialogue, which I believe is the only place in the entire game it tells you whether or not you've got Minox. I genuinely think that's the only place. So, yeah. I personally try not to ignore it. I give it a glance, look for red flashy stuff. Surprised how many people get genuinely angry at the fact that the game is like, hey, here's some information I think you should need. Don't have to, but you know, people have gotten very, very angry on the forum over that. The other thing is the code behind when it displays the mission report is really complicated. So it only displays it if you're warm, you're on the ground, you've been on the ground for a number of time, you're not moving, you're not being attacked, there's no, like, there's a ton of requirements, so it will never ever pop it up in a dangerous position. It will always pop it up for you when it's safe to tell you. And I did my best, but yeah, that's gone for FortressCraft Phoenix. That has been completely replaced with a totally different way of doing it. Just going to pop the storage hopper on the lithium. So now all I need to do is feed lithium into there, and it will just work. I will replace this white laser over here with a green one. Oh cool, I killed one mob. So the reason I wanted the paste is so I can get alloyed space window, which means I can run the laser without it being a trench I fall into. At some point I will want to upgrade this as well. Most of it's already high speed because most of it is already the what do we call it? Slopes. Like, what are you doing, game? But I was clicking the wrong place. Oh, I think, why is it so dark down here? It's because when you get attacked, all the lights go red. Oh, only in rooms. When you lose, torches don't work. So there was a surprising amount of pushback from the cop when I added that, because initially and I do not exaggerate, all that happened when you lost initially is it popped up that message at the top saying you've lost. That's all it did. It didn't do anything. There was no gameplay alteration whatsoever. Like, literally none. Lots and lots and lots of pushback. Because people didn't like the idea of losing. But it's like, but it's only losing in the sense I go, you've lost. You don't actually suffer anything. Now, of course, it's, you know, there are somewhat more penalties for dying. Can I cheat and put down blocks I don't know about? No, good. Because there were a couple others I did want to pop down into my quick bar. Which is that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Oh good, I do know those. Excellent. I like those. I'm pretty sure in FortressCraft Phoenix they don't work, that text. That's something to remember. Okay, it's all full on power. I'm not going to start routing this out yet. I don't need... I mean, I'm pretty much the point where I don't need much more lithium for a while. I've got plenty of battery storage. I've got plenty of laser storage. I have the ability to create more... of it if I need to. But yeah, I will be starting on other things. Oh, why is this not working? What did I do? Oh yeah. And slow. Don't need to splash out on a fancy fancy laser for this one. I don't know how close I can get. I do have a battery on me, so what I'll do is I will get my ass up there. And then I want to go down, I want to go... Be tricky to guess, I think, but we'll do our best. Oh, I forget what they are. What are those green blocks on the holodeck or hollow map? Are they plants or something? What I want to do is I want to go until this laser can't reach anymore, and then go right, and that should hopefully get me pretty close to where I want to be. I'm out of power, so... Oh! I found a hole! Oh, bugger. That's unfortunate. Especially as I'm out of power, and it's just got a bit cold. That's why we carry a battery around, ladies and gentlemen, so we can top off some power. So that's cool. I found a cave. I didn't die. Also cool. I guess I'll go right here just on the basis that... Oh no, that's actually not a bad spot. So we'll go right there. Hopefully those lasers can reach. Can you reach, Mr. Laser? Yes, you can. Good, good. And then we'll go this way. I'll pop the battery down there to collect the power. It's only going to trickle power, but it means that I won't... Well, I can't possibly die of cold. I have a little bit of power. I'll need one more laser to finish this off. Oh, no. Of course. Can I go around it? Not. Easily. Oh, my word. Okay, it's only 2 blocks. Well, I guess we'll be back here. That will continue to fill up with power, so we'll come back there in a minute and sort things out. I was looking, yeah. I'm pulling nearly a kilowatt running this game, even with power limited and to compute, the computer for the streaming and stuff. Surprising amount of energy required to just simply work these days. One of my worries about the next game is I'm beginning to feel that the $10 game is kind of done. It costs me money just to make a build. It was getting to a problem where it was cost me several pounds to make a build, but that's improved slightly now. But it's the cost of electricity is absolutely unbelievable, and obviously everything I do costs electricity. We have a pyrothermic generator. I don't need more power generation at the minute. I'm all right on power generation. I'm all right on power storage. I've got... Mostly, I think what I need to do is stop getting distracted. Probably need to start thinking about building a lab. Because I want these two mining upgrades. Grab that one. Research points, I've got 14. I'll grab that one, grab these. Research, oh bugger. So I need research and labs. So I need to do me some... Oh man, really nothing? I've scanned all the plants? Oh no. I may have to go deeper. Well, I haven't scanned you. Nope. Oh, I didn't look up. There was some orbital... Ah, there it is. Oh, blimey, that's miles away. Not doing that at the minute. Okay, so I've just done the research. Can I now get... So I need to get... no, I can't. A whole bunch of... I mean, I can't use the research... Oh, fine, fine. Come on, Arthur. Oh, I'm getting some little hiccups. I wonder what that is. A lot of the underlying engine has been completely rewritten for FortressCraft. Phoenix, so FortressCraft 2. So stuff like the way it loads off disks, stuff like the way it generates segments, uses a lot more threads. A lot more things have been pulled off the main thread. I'm in a much newer version of Unity, which may help. I've no idea what that freeze is. Like, even this game, I did everything I could to ensure the game didn't put anything onto the I've just got pause here a sec. At this point, you're like, that looks so cool. Like, even this game, even back here, it really, really does have its moments where it just looks fantastic. All the fog there, the giant what's my face it in the background. Something alien-esque is going on, and I didn't realise it because I've been busy worrying about Milithium. It also has a bunch of crap stuff, so I'm about to dig up this research pod, and it's thoroughly crap. Where are you? There's one block that can... the quote-unquote black box. Okay. Which I never even bothered, sadly, to have its own graphic for. I do love that. I do love that. It looks so cool. But yeah, what I will do is, because I'll go for another 20 minutes, I should hopefully get, I won't get lithium automated, but what I'm hoping to get is the beginning of a cargo lift. So cargo lifts are, once you get to the iron depth, everything gets a pain in the arse if you're doing it with conveyor belt. You're not, well, I say you're not supposed to. I mean, if you've been playing the game long enough, you will remember running biomass up from the toxic cavern. But we don't do that anymore. Okay, so we're going to want a research assembler and a lab. So we're going to build all of that stuff over down here. We're going to build it not diagonally from the CPH, we're going to build it linearly from CPH. But we're going to want to go down here, we'll build a bit of a flat area. Do you know what? I don't want to build a flat area by hand. Can I make the, what are they? Workflow excavator, servo motor. Can I make a servo motor by hand? Oops. Only want one. Yeah.
Crafting.
And that requires one let. I mean, to be honest, I'll make a bunch because running power between A and B is always an ongoing problem. Arthur, you can move your crap over there, please. Thank you so much. Yeah, FortressCraft is not a game about doing stuff yourself. I didn't build the blooming thing then. FortressCraft is a game about getting machines to do stuff for you. And not waiting on them while they do it. I think that is one of the stumbling blocks I think a lot of players have, is they will do something and then they will stand there and watch the machine. It's like having a Roomba. If you've got a Roomba, don't stand there and watch the Roomba. The Roomba will do its work whilst you're off doing something else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a one of those. Like that. Dig up my crap, which will then turn back into paste. And then I'm just going to leave that for a while, and it will craft me out a little area, and I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to sit there and clear out all that crap, and we'll come back and see how we feel about it. It's telling me I have a storage hopper that's set remove only, add only. Also wants to be able to forced induction kit, which is nice and all, but because I'm on the easiest difficulty setting, it's not really as useful. It's quite useful, but not very useful. You know, I'm going to shut the game up. They're very useful later on.
Crafting.
And that will then speed it all up. Now it's, so the game is trying to help me top right, because lots of people they just say, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Hey, we can make basic smelters. I even say, hey, we need some sort of resin material.
Crafting.
Wait, attack estimated in 46 minutes. That's okay, I'm only going another 16 minutes. What was the other thing? There was a threat scanner and there was the attack scanner.
Crafting.
I like these. Let's pop it. I like that. I mean, maybe not quite there. There we go. Right. Right, so we are... This machine will clear out a little area. Oh, there's a lot more coal there than I was hoping. But we'll leave it go for a little while. We'll come back. We'll go get some more lithium. Iron is now going nicely, so we can... I'm going to upgrade that as well, because I really want
Crafting.
a lot of those around. What I'm also going to do... no, we're not waiting on that yet. Let's see if I can speed this up in any way. Not really. It's going flat out. That's not got anything in it. I could build a second ore extractor, which I don't do very much, and I'm not really sure why. There's nothing stopping me. They're not expensive. It's cheaper to buy the upgrades, but of course that's not much use right now. It's the second use I needed for a servo motor, so shall I make a servo motor maker? Good name.
Crafting.
Once you've done something a couple of times by hand, that's when you go, you know what? I don't want to do it by hand anymore. 3 wires into 1 servo motor. Oh, there are more conveyor belts. Well, that is... Don't remember if the threat scanner needs power. It doesn't. Oh. It does. Where can I put it? You can go there. What was I making? I was... a mini hopper will do. It's odd that quite quickly they become such a pain in the ass to build, you just stop.
Crafting.
So that's something to remember. We've got this sort of bootstrap issue. You want them, but you don't want them... You want them early, but early you have resources you just don't have later on. You just don't need. Do I know what the conveyor crafter needs now? Unknown material. I wonder what it is. More importantly, I wonder if it's a bug.
Crafting.
Right, so that will give us servo motors. Oh, 20 servo motors is probably more than I need. Does anybody remember what I was going to make? Oh yeah, I do want a waypoint machine. Because I think a lot of people know that these work or exist.
Crafting.
And they are one of my favourite things. So if I pop this down next to my tin extractor, for sake of argument, because it's slightly further away. Oh, does it need power? I can't remember. Oh, it needs power. Where can I give it power so it's also touching the ore? Yeah. That will now scan the tin ore and tell you how much tin ore is left. It is amazing how many people don't know that. It's cool as a waypoint machine. I've lent into these quite heavily now for FortressCraft 2. Please do build them if you didn't know about it. Right, conveyor belts are going, copper's going, research. Research assembler. So researchers are basic PCBs. PCB assembling plant requires copper coils. Slightly awkward, but okay. Now we want one of these for each tier of material. I think it has been a while since I've had to do this. Converts metal coils into PCBs. Do you know what? I don't think I've spread myself out enough here. So I'm probably going to have to spread this out further, but for the moment... You require power? No. Good. Not proud of this, but what we want to do is get all the research over yonder side of the base. Where are my slopes? Which one's edge marker? Hazards, dangerous traffic, aisle markings. Sure. I will be the judge of that. Sorry. Please don't unsubscribe. There we go. No. Well, I mean, I was going to build a room, but that really has made a... I mean, that's going to be there for the rest of the game. 2.7 million coal is an awful lot of coal. What else have I got that's metal that I know about? This is my favourite one, but reinforced blocks are more expensive. And here, what have we got? Grooved cement. Grooved cement. Well, it'll be a decoration block, I know that. Should have been a decoration block. Oh, I hear attacks. Grooved cement, there we go. Can we research aesthetics? Room aesthetics, I think it is. Okay, do I need to research them separately, do I? That would be... I do! My goodness me, Adam, what were you thinking? However, we have researched we can get the airlocks, room controllers, logistics grommets, energy grommets, room wall panel because I like how it looks. We'll want at least one room. Bite. Ah, now I can make groove cement.
Crafting.
Ah, I see, I can't cheat it into my inventory, but once I know what it is, it's all good. Right, there's all my paste gone, so we'll need to hop back to the paste machine. Have I got everything achieved this video I said I would? I said, oh, I get lithium hook. No, I didn't. I said I'd get research up. I have failed spectacularly at that. Go me. I'm also going to replace that with a much bigger storage hopper. Did I say that? Can you put things into remove only hoppers? I'm going to guess that you can. Because these were putting stuff into it. What I really should have done, as ever, is that one should have gone there. That should have gone there. What was that? I should have spread my base out more? Surely not. Seriously, one day I will actually just go completely over the top on spreading my base out. And it will be wonderful. And I'll be like, oh, I wish I always did this. Today is not that day. This is not that playthrough. Remove only, and then... Oh, no, it can't. Oh, no, it can do. There we go. And that could do with being a big storage hopper, which I can't make one of. You cannot have too much paste. It keeps your inventory full of all the crap you get from digging around down there. It is useful for 1,000,001 things.
Crafting.
Go wild when it comes to your paste. Plus they look kind of cool. But yeah, that will now, or that has now offloaded a whole ton of stuff from my inventory. What I can do as well, it offloads to adjacent squares. Although these are slow, it can offload to them quite quickly because it can offload to a whole bunch of squares simultaneously. So now, when I come through, it can offload 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things simultaneously. So it's about getting it out of my inventory, not getting it out of its inventory. Oh yeah, okay, 5 more minutes. Let's make sure the iron is working fine. It is. And we'll go make sure the lithium is going. And then next video, the goal is 100% research. That will be my main focus. I don't need to worry too much now about lithium. I don't have to worry about iron at all. As I say that, I realise I don't think I've got a any defences, and then I further wonder, can Minox go on slopes? I don't remember. Maybe that's why I haven't seen any. Don't have any lasers in my inventory, so I can't plonk down any defense. Not yet. I will continue to mark things off with OSHA blocks because it's an ongoing process. I don't use them correctly, but more importantly, when I come back here, that sticks out and I'm like, oh yes, up here we go. For those on Steam, I will just go AFK and let the base tick. So everything will be full of items for me, and then I will restart the next video after that one. It'll all make sense. Don't worry, it'll all make sense when it's done. It just doesn't need to make sense now. Right, pick me up some lithium. Let's shove that into a hole. Shove that into here. I've got... How much paste have I got? I have a note to myself to make the paste appear as a like on the UI somewhere, because you always want to know how much paste you've got. And if you don't, I assure you, you are doing it wrong. Paste is the best thing. It's one of the things I'm most pleased with. I'm sure there is a Minecraft mod that does it. I saw a Minecraft mod the other day. It's an ore scanner. And I was like, oh dude, at least credit me. That was the thing I hated about Minecraft or Astroneer, was the lack of a ping function for resources. I implemented it in this game because I was playing the game and I really needed some iron. And I was like, right, screw it. I'm just going to implement a machine that scans nearby for iron, or whatever. And it was quite funny because I built the machine, I built the code, and then pinged in the room, and there was iron 3 meters away, just the other side of a wall. So I was like, right, well, worth doing. One of my favorite things is being able to ping for resources. Going and looking for resources in games. Yeah, whatever the game, whether it's Core Keeper, Terraria, it's fun to begin with. It's fun for a couple of hours, and after 10 hours, you're like, I really am bored of just constantly digging up stuff and hoping I find some resources. Right, so we're going to let that one dig out there. This is going to become a room. How much paste have I got? 123. Well, that didn't last very long. Oops. I've seen people ask about, automatic room generation things, and I've been very much against it. Games are designed around time sinks. It is a time sink to do these. If I have the game do everything for you, all the reviews will say there's nothing to do in the game. It's sad, but it's true. Oh, already spent 2 storage hoppers on this. That seems like enough. So yeah, sometimes I need to put things in that take time for you to do. Anyway, that has been an hour, so I am going to go and get something to eat. I'm going to explain to Dora why she should not be sleeping where she is sleeping. If you're watching on Steam, it'll just carry on going, and I'll leave it in AFK mode so you can just look at things. I will build a defensive thing, and so next video, we will be focusing